What's going on, my Century Unit? It's the segment here, so this is my delayed review of WWE Bash at Berlin 2024. I keep calling this show wrong. I keep calling it Bash at Berlin, but it's actually Bash in Berlin. So, anyway, so it's shocking to me that there's 5 matches on the show. 5 matches. I'll get to my thoughts of the show at the end of this review. So, the first match to kick off the show, this is for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, defending the belt against Kevin Owens. First time that Cody opens a pay-per-view, I think since AJ Styles in the I Quit match at Clash of the Castle in Scotland. That was in, I think it was in May or June. I think it was May. That show. I did saw that show. It's been months since Clash of the Castle. So anyway, so the match between Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. I think it's the first time they fought 1-on-1. I think, and this match was good. I really like this match. It's good back and forth between Cody and Kevin Owens. Good technical style wrestling, chain style wrestling. The story going into this is Kevin Owens. Is he gonna be heelish? He's teasing of a heel turn. But he's a bit conflicted. Anyway, so I feel like you had Kevin Owens. Really countered the I think it was the Cody Cutter attempt and I think Cody was going for the crossroads. And then Cody countered the attempt by Kevin Owens with the stunner. You had Owens kicked out of the Cody Cutter attempt by Cody. And then you got Kevin Owens hits Cody with the Brainbuster and the Green Bay plunge off the top rope. And Cody kicked out of the stunner. I'm trying to keep it short and simple. I'm not a type of guy describing the moves, move by move, but analyzing it, it's just what it is. But I'm trying to talk about the matches I saw on the show. But anyway, so yeah, Cody's knee kind of buckled, before that, one more of the match, Cody was going for the suicide attempt, the suicide dive attempt, Kevin Owens, I think he counted it. And kind of shoved him into the ring apron. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. But anyway, so Cody's knee kind of buckled. Kevin Owens is teasing he's gonna do something heelish, but he's conflicted. I think one more of the match he was going for the ring apron bomb attempt, but yeah, he kind of shouted, I think it was Wade Barrett, to shut up, you idiot, Anyway, so in the end, Cody hit the crossroads onto Kevin Owens. I'm guessing Cody. I don't think Cody hit the I can't remember. It's been a couple of days since I saw the show. I think Kevin did kick out the crossroads attempt, but I can't remember. But anyway, so Cody hit the crossroads onto Kevin Owens to win this match and retain the undisputed WWE Championship. To be honest, I wish they'd just call it the WWE Championship. Because since you got the world title on Raw, why they keep calling the WWE Championship the undisputed Universal Championship? Because the Universal Championship is no more. But anyway, so afterwards, you had you thought Kevin Owens going to tease, attack Cody Rhodes, probably set up the rematch down the road, probably bad blood, but unfortunately that's not the case. They hugged it out, and that was it. Because I think the announcers announced that the winner of this match will face Solo Sikoa for the undisputed. The winner of this match will face Solo Sikoa, and it's going to be on the first SmackDown on USA. And then I think Cody's next program is the continuation of his feud with the Bloodline. This is I think it's be predictable that Cody's gonna win. I don't see Solo is gonna win the championship on SmackDown on the USA Network, on the first show at the USA Network. I can see Roman coming back, ever since he got taken out by the new Bloodline. This is truly planting the seeds of the Bloodline Civil War 2.0. You got Solo and his group, with Jacob Fatu and the Tonga twins, and you got like Roman and the Usos. Maybe Cody could ally with Roman. This is likely set up a match at Survivor Series, the War Games match. But who knows? But for Kevin Owens, he's briefly, I think he's recently feuding with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. That's a bit why, but it's just what it is. But besides that, man, I think the opener was a good way to kick off the pay-per-view. It's a good back and forth match. It's really shocking that really kicked off the pay-per-view. I'll get to the main event later on, but yeah, it's very shocking that Cody for the second time since Clash of the Castle is kicking off a pay-per-view. Anyway, so the next match, this is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. We got Isla Dawn and Alba Fire of the Unholy Union defending the belts against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. This match was good. I think it's way better than the Triple Threat tag team match, at Clash of the Castle. The Unholy Union, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. But this was good. Good back and forth. You had the Unholy Union, gang up on Bianca Belair, pulling on her ponytail. I'm trying to keep it short and simple, folks. So, it's a good hot tag with Jade Cargill. Good tag team maneuvers. Shocking that there's no Blair Davenport. Trying to help the Unholy Alliance win this match. She's recently, associate with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. That's Blair Davenport. That's the former Brie Priestley or Priestley, whatever her name is. I can't pronounce her name. It is Priestley. So, but anyway, but she didn't really show on the show what gives. And also before we get to the end of this match, there was like a little card on the screen showing like the upcoming matches and the results of the show. Why? Because we actually see it. Why they have to keep showing the results beats me. But anyway, so in the end, like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill hit like a I think it was a tag team maneuver, not finisher, but like some kind of like tag team move onto Alba Fire for the win. And also before that, I think like Isla Dawn suffered a bit of a knee injury. Well, I hope it's not serious. But anyway, so yeah. I'm trying to keep it short and simple. It's just basically, I think it was a suplex. I think it's I don't know, I can't really, it's been 2 days, like I say, it's been 2 days since I saw the show. My memory is a bit faint. It's like some kind of like maneuver, like, I think they kind of slammed Alba Fire onto Isla Dawn, and I think it was some kind of like suplex, I'd rather just have like, Jade hit the Jaded onto Alba Fire for the win, but it's just what it is. So yeah, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Regained the belts. Because Isla Dawn and Alba Fire won the belts at Clash of the Castle in May or June. I think it's May. Sorry, my memory is a bit fainted. It's been months since I saw Clash of the Castle. It's likely, I think it was May. I think it was the beginning of the May, because WrestleMania's it was the beginning of April. Backlash France, I think it was at the end of the month. So yeah, it's likely May. It's been a long time. Write down in the comment section, what month was that show. But anyway, so I'm really shocked. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are tag team champions once again. I think the only reason why Alba Fire and Isla Dawn won the belts because that show, Clash of the Castle Scotland, was in Scotland. They're both Scottish, because, Alba Fire just lost her mother, very tragedy, but, what's the next direction, what's the next step, what's next for the Unholy Union, Yeah, she was, selling her knee, Isla Dawn. Hope it's not serious, hope it's not like, you know, she's end up like off, like on the shelf, and then I hope like by time, maybe it's really shocking. Like there's a problem with the tag team title on the women's side. Sorry, I'm getting my words out. My throat, I'm very dehydrated, but yeah, but I hope it's not serious. Hope it's just she tweaked her knee a little bit, but yeah. What's next for the Unholy Union? But what's next? Are they gonna I guarantee they're gonna do another rematch for the belts. To be honest, I think the women's belts, the women's tag team belts are just props at this moment in time. Or should they just completely scrapped it altogether? It's been 5 years, and no one really care about women's tag team wrestling, mostly in WWE. I don't know, man, but I think the belts lack of exposure, But anyway, but I can see Jade could probably turn on Bianca. She was a heel throughout her run in AEW, but it's just what it is, man. So let's move on. But besides that, it's the weakest of the match. I don't know how many minutes, but it didn't really outstay its welcome. But if I give it, I don't really give match scores. If I give star rating, I give it like 3 stars. Anyway, let's move on to the next match. So the next match, we got the strap match: CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. This was good. I'm not a big fan of this situation of strap matches. You have to touch all 4 corners. If someone attack you or do a bump, you reset and you have to start all over again. I hate that. That's this match like it's all about. You've got the lights, the yellow light, the green lights and the red lights. I don't like it. I wish they just don't. You win by pinfall submission, but it's just what it is. But it was physical. Punk was bleeding. Yeah, Punk was bleeding. I think it was violent headbutts by McIntyre. And then I think one more of the match. Like he picks up Punk, carried him like a baby, and dropped him onto the table. The whip kind of used as a weapon. Yeah, and the whole 4 corners thing you have to touch. I don't like it. I think they did it 4 times. It's just the problems of strap matches. End up getting redundant and boring, but I think they made it find a good way to be fun and interesting. Like one more in the match, CM Punk locked in the sharpshooter onto McIntyre. I think it's trying to make McIntyre pass out. I think it's a bit of a reference of Brett's match against Austin at WrestleMania 13 back in '97. He didn't really make McIntyre passed out, McIntyre wearing the bracelet, That's all about, so far in this storyline, is CM Punk's bracelet, carried into SummerSlam, to this show. Anyway, so, I'm trying to keep it short and simple, I think one more of the match, I think Punk, Drew hit the Claymore kick onto Punk, and then minutes later, he's going for another Claymore kick, but Punk counted into an actual kick, Anyway, so in the end, Punk hit like multiple. Like, there's one fun creative spot, I think it's the shades of the JBL Eddie Guerrero strap match from Great American Bash of 2004. Both of them kind of like tag it, like hitting all 4 corners. They kind of dramatize it, but I kind of like it. In the end, Punk, hit like multiple GTS onto Drew McIntyre, removed the bracelet, or retrieved the bracelet, touch all 4 corners, and that was it. It was a really good match. I think it's the 3rd best match of the night. To be honest, I think it's way better than their match at SummerSlam. It was a good match, but it was bogged down with Rollins. I think Rollins kind of hurt that match at SummerSlam. He kind of forced Rollins to be the special guest referee instead of Punk and Drew doing his own thing, But I think this rivalry between Punk and Drew is still continuing, because then the next night on Raw, you know, you had Drew attack Punk with hitting him with multiple Claymore kicks, you know. Once again, grab the bracelet and actually, instead of wearing it, he completely break the bracelet, shove it down Punk's mouth, and basically him with another Claymore kick to make Punk choke on the beads of the bracelet, you know. And to just find out, you know, they're gonna have to blow off at Bad Blood in Hell in the Cell. I think that was the right call to end the rivalry. You know. I will cover Bad Blood in October. We got about a month to go, and yeah, so I think like is a good way to wrap up this good rivalry. I think this is the best rivalry in WWE of 2024. You know, alongside on the SmackDown side, you got Cody and the Bloodline. Now we got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. It's personal. Like, you know, it started at the Royal Rumble, you know, when Drew, you know, and I forgot to mention this in the, I think it was, they were finding in the I think it was the announce desk, you know, Drew was going for, like, the Future Shock attempt, same Future Shock that injured Punk's tricep at the Royal Rumble, but Punk countered into a back body drop, you know, I forgot to mention that, so, yeah, it started at the Rumble. You know, Punk costing Drew the championship opportunity. You know, Punk beat Seth for the world title at WrestleMania, and then on the same night, Punk cost Drew the championship. The same night, you had Damian Priest cash in the briefcase. You know, and then he cost Drew again against Damian Priest at Clash of the Castle in Drew's home country, and then again at Money in the Bank. You know, and then they had the match at SummerSlam. Now this match at Bash in Berlin, and now we're getting the blow off. I think it was a really good way. You know, I don't know after this what the direction's going, what's the future plans for them. You know, is Punk going to be part time? Is he going for the championship? You know, what happened to Drew? You know, we don't know. We got to wait and find out until not Bash in Berlin, Bad Blood. Anyway, let's move on to the next match. So the next match, we've got the mixed tag team match. You know, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest taking on the two new really taking on Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan, the women's world champion on Raw of the New Judgment Day. Yeah, it's really funny. Everything happened changed after SummerSlam. You know, at SummerSlam, you know, you had Dominic turn on Rhea to align herself with Liv Morgan. They're now a couple now. And then you got Finn Balor costing on Damian Priest the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther at SummerSlam. As a result, both Rhea and Damian Priest are kicked out of the old Judgment Day. It's funny, they were the original members of the original Judgment Day. It was a trio back then. It was Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest. And now it's now the new Judgment Day. Sorry, I get my words out, but now we got the new Judgment Day. You know, it's really giving it the second lease on life of this rivalry. So, anyway, the match was good. It was fun. It was a fun mixed tag team match. They outstayed its welcome. You know, you had Dominic and Liv being the chicken shit heels. You know, against Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. You know, and then you got like the other members of the Judgment Day they're basically stacking the odds against both Rhea and Damian. You know, with Finn Balor, you know, Carlito, JD Madonna. You know, I'm trying to get a bit short and simple, folks. You know, one moment of the match. I think one moment of the match. You know, Liv hit Rhea. I think it was I thought it was the Oblivion, but it's actually some kind of pin. But Rhea kicked out of it. And follow up with Rhea hit Liv with a Izagiri kick. Anyway, so it's funny, like with the good fun spot. You know, you're both Priest and Rhea hits both Dominic and Liv Morgan with the Razor Edge. You know, that was fun to watch. You know, yeah, it's funny. Like, you know, with Priest, he didn't really hit the South to Heaven's chokeslam. You know, I think every time it was one more of this match, you know, you had gonna hit Finn Balor with the choke slam, but instead, you know, Dominic hits the suicide dive onto Damian Priest, you know. he did so, I think, some kind of clothesline. I can't remember. My memory's a bit fainted, like I said. But in the end, you know, you had, Rhea hit the Riptide onto Liv Morgan for the win. So yeah, it was a fun match. Like the tag team title match on this show, we didn't outstay its welcome. I knew that, you know, Rhea going into this match, you know, which one's going to win? Is it going to be Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan Dominic? I think the right team won was Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. You know, they got the win. As for Rhea Ripley, he pins the women's champion. So this is leading up to probably, you know, Liv versus Rhea for the championship. Probably have bad blood. This rivalry between them and the Judgment Day will continue. For Priest, I'm guessing he's gonna feud with Finn Balor. You know, he's in this he's in the edge position. You know, he was the leader of the Judgment Day. You know, Finn is kind of like, I could see this good I could see it. I could see this rivalry down the road. You know, I don't know how long they're gonna drag this rivalry apart. You know, probably until the rest of 2024, going into the start of 2025. Don't know they're gonna drag it until WrestleMania next year. So how they're gonna they gotta have some kind of cooling off period. But it's just what it is. You know. Yeah. Besides that, it was a fun match. You know. Everyone. Seeing like. Seeing, even though it's one match, seeing they just got their revenge, or some kind of revenge, slight revenge onto Dominic and Liv, but I think, they won the battle. I think the war is just begun. So, yeah, I'm kind of rambling, but I'm trying to get my points across, so let's move on to the main event. So, the main event is for the World Heavyweight Championship. The adopted home country boy, Gunther, the Ring General, defending the belt against Randy Orton. I say adopted because even though Gunther's not German, he actually is from Austria. They both speak the same language. Austria and Germany are very close. Anyway, so Randy Orton came out wearing red, or I think it's orange. It's basically a callback. It's a callback when he beat Chris Benoit for the world title at SummerSlam 2004. I did review that show last month. Go and check it out. But it's a good callback, Anyway, before that, you had Samantha Irvine is about to introduce the champion. Out comes Ludwig Kaiser. Introduce Gunther. The Ring General. He said it in English instead of German. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so the match was good. This is a really good back and forth. This is not on the same level as the opener between Cody and Kevin Owens, but it was a good match. Gunther was selling his shoulder throughout the whole match. Owen was going for the shoulder. Slamming Gunther onto the announce table. He did it on the steel steps. He did it onto the German announce table. Anyway, so I think Orton hit the RKO onto Gunther. Gunther kicked out. He was going for the power bomb, but instead he couldn't do it. I think his shoulder kind of gave out. Hope it's not. Even though it's not, I hope it's not serious. It's not on the same level like Rhea Ripley. At SummerSlam, she was selling her shoulder properly. But besides that, probably tweaked it, But anyway, so he had Gunther hit I think it was a splash, onto Orton. Gunther hit, it was like a chop off, doing chop. They trade each other chops, and also this match, like the opener, was a technical wrestling match. I think both styles a bit similar. Trying to keep it short and simple, folks. So, in the end, Gunther managed to lock in the sleeper hold onto Randy Orton. I think it was after Orton trying to go for the RKO attempt, but yeah, he locked in the submission hold. Orton trying to fight out. Instead of tapping out, Orton passes out. So, Gunther retained the World Heavyweight Championship in his first title defense, since he won the belt at SummerSlam. And yeah, after this match, you know, you had Orton and Gunther, you know, they kind of shake hands, show their, like, mutual respect. So, what's next for Gunther? I'm guessing it's leaning towards his feud with Sami Zayn. For Orton, I'm gonna talk about his physique. His physique is a bit, I'm not saying he's fat, but he looks like he gained weight. It looks like he's so blocky, man. It's just like Anyway, speaking of Orton, a lot of people like bashing. You know, people were pissed off on social media that Orton lost to Gunther. To be fair, I think Orton put over Gunther was the right call. You know, like even though Gunther's not that old, I think he's 40. You know, he's 40. He's 4 years younger than Orton, or very close to 4 years older. He's in his 40s, well, late 30s, just turned 40. You know, even though he's not younger, but he's still the rising star. You know, he's been in the company for years. You know, what, 5-6 years. He's been 2 years on the main roster. Orton's been in the company for 22 years. You know, I think him putting over Gunther, you know, it was the right call. You know, it's really a shame. I really want to see Orton have one more run with the belt, but unfortunately, that's not the case. I think time is running out for Orton. You know, Orton's just 44. You know, I think this decade will be Orton's last decade as a wrestler. You know, I don't know, but yeah. For Gunther's first title defense was good. You know, like it's funny. Like they're really seeing into Gunther. You know, with Triple H. You know, the former Walter. You know, in the Indies. You know, but you know, he came to the company. He was the longest reigning United Kingdom champion, and then when he got called up to the main roster, he won the Intercontinental Championship. He ended up becoming the longest reigning Intercontinental champion. 2024 is kind of like his truly breakout year. You know, winning the King of the Ring tournament, now winning the World Heavyweight Championship. You know, I don't see I don't see Gunther like holding the belt that long, but I can see holding the belt until WrestleMania of next year. But we don't know. But besides that, I think Gunther to close out the show was retain the belt and close out the show was the right. My overall rating of Bash and Berlin 2024, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Out of the 3 European premium live events for WWE of this year, you know, Backlash France, Clash of the Castle of Scotland, and also this show, Bash in Berlin, I think this is the weaker out of the previous 2. I think with Backlash France and Clash of the Castle was better shows, but besides that, you know, it's still fun, but I think those shows were a bit better than this show. Nothing in the bad or in the middle, but yeah, it was a fine show. You know, it starts out well with Cody versus Kevin Owens and ends well with Gunther versus Randy Orton. You know, the undercard was fine, it was good. You know, the tag team title match was decent. The mixed tag team match was, you know, fun, and also I really like, you know, Punk versus Drew in the strap match. You know. Yeah, I'm looking forward for Bad Blood in next month, so I can't wait. So, what's your thoughts of Bash in Berlin 2024? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, click the like, click the bell, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more, plus movie reviews I'm going to do in the next couple of weeks. So, anyway, this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later, folks.